What's something new that you reckon we could do?
I think if we do like a countdown and we go from
Yep.
like 10 seconds and we just count it down from 10 seconds and then go
Yep.
live,
All
I
right.
reckon the audience won't see that coming. So if we do,
You're-
I do 10
You're good at
and then you
maths.
do
Yeah.
9.
Okay. All right. Yep. Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. You want to do it?
All right.
I'll go first. 5. 3, 2, 1, go live.
Where was
live?
the 10, 9, 8 thing?
I did the countdown. No, I did it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go live. We
Right,
already
go
are.
live. Oh, see?
Oh,
All
sorry.
right, we
I
got
was-
Cement and Humanimal. How good's that? Both
They're
of them.
coming in, and Cement got a notification. We were just saying before I hit the live button that neither Finn or I got notifications, but Cement Shoes did. So, woo!
Very interesting. Very interesting.
was.
We're probably back on
Cement
the Shadow
Shoes.
Discourse.
I think we might have been, but if Cement got a notification, then at least someone has. Hi,
Maybe it just gives it out to
Humanimal.
the people who are already shadow banned. So maybe the shadow ban just goes out to the other shadowers.
Like the walk of shamers or something.
Yeah. So Cement and Humanimal are probably already shadow banned. They're on the
All
list.
the people that are on
So
detention
they
get
get to
it.
see us.
No, don't you dare
good on that.
apologise. It's only more. We love having you here. And Cement
no, but-
Shoes was very, very angry, Finn. He had to do the replay crew last week because he missed batshit. And he reckons he reckons last week was the best episode ever.
It was a pretty good one.
It was pretty bloody awesome. It was funny
I
as.
told you
Oh
that
my
before we
god!
started. I was like, damn, I got some good ones this week. I said that.
I haven't got my my book or my pen. What am I doing? We've been chatting away, and I'll have to use this book.
Wow, so unorganized, Tori.
No, this
Just
is
get it
another one of
together,
my.
Right?
This is another YouTube notebook. I've got so many bloody YouTube notebooks. So, cheers, everyone! Friday night.
Welcome, Scout. Yeah, pull up a vape.
Grab your some Scouts here. Woohoo! Grab your Friday night beverages if it's Friday night for you where you are. It is for Humanimal. And the rest of you just pretend you're in Australia. It's Friday night here. Woo! Oh, no, man. Don't you dare crunch in my ear again. That's so bad. I'm going to have to get really shitty headphones when we do batshit because these are so sensitive.
We have this week's sponsor, Red Rock Deli.
Gratuitous.
Remember, if you don't use Red Rock Deli, you're not part of batshit. So
no, but if you are going to be crunching upon them this evening, you can mute, man. And a gratuitous Sunny shot there. Hello, Sunny. We live on YouTube, Grover.
Hey, y'all.
Francesca's here. G'day. It's going to be a good show. It's Friday night. Work is over.
That's all I've got. I've got eggs. Eggs with salt. That's what I've been doing lately.
Okay.
I call it eggs with salt.
Eat them because unless there's shell, they won't be crunchy in my ear.
Oh, they're shell. They're shell.
Yeah, but you won't. You don't eat the. You don't eat the shell.
Yeah, that's where all the protein is. Can you hear it? I don't want to get eggshell on my keyboard.
Cement Shoes is still traumatized from the singing lady married to the ghost. Yeah, and the face tattooed lady who
they're not
didn't get
married
the job.
anymore, guys. They're not married anymore.
They're divorced. Divorce.
Can you hear the song? Celery salt. What the is celery salt? I don't
celery salt? It's yum. It's just
I've never heard of that in my life.
It's a salt that's got a bit of a celery flavor to it, but it's yummy. But even better, truffle salt.
No. Now you just make
it. Oh, actually, though, any mushroom, anything at the moment is probably worth avoiding.
No way. Oh, she was guilty, hey. She did it?
No,
Do we call it?
no, it still has it still hasn't been.
I thought it went
No
down.
charges have been laid. No, the latest is
I was hearing people at work talk about it, so I was like, oh, maybe she got convicted. Maybe we called it here first on that shit.
She's not going to be convicted. She hasn't even been to court yet. She hasn't even been charged, Groover.
All we need is the court of public opinion, Tori. That's the only thing.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much the way the world works these days, especially on YouTube. But look, all the beautiful people are here, so we might as well kick off the show. What do you reckon?
Yeah, and we've also got chicken salt, which is the best one. And then we got the Himalayan pink salt, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And we just got regular sea salt, which is also pretty good.
Truffle salt.
Chicken salt number
Get
one.
onto that. No. In fact, that brand of chip makes a chip with truffle salt.
Red Rock
Try
Deli.
one.
Red Rock Deli.
Yep. They do one that's got truffle salt on the potato chips because it's that yummy, strong, pungent mushroom flavor. Yeah.
I think this is sea salt. Yeah, sea salt and balsamic.
Gotta love a bit of that too.
Number 3 on the list.
All right. Well, I'm going to kick off the show, man.
Yeah, go on. It's been a while since you've done it, of course. I'm always doing it.
You are not. We're taking turns. Since you're talking diets and stuff, did you think about doing the paleo diet, Finn?
Is that the all meat one?
Well, it kind of replicates the diet of the prehistoric folk.
Oh,
Paleolithic.
And then a whole heap of meat at once.
And no Red Rock Deli chips. No. You're thinking.
I love Red Rock.
No, you're thinking friggin' what I do sometimes. Keto. No, paleo, like the Paleolithic era. So whatever the cavemen could eat is what you eat. Fruit, veggies, meat.
Which is nothing for days on end, and then eventually a whole heap of meat.
But the thing is, I reckon you might want to have a crack at it, Finn, because look at that. That is a legitimate photograph of a Paleolithic gentleman from, I don't know, the Paleolithic era, I guess. Nice. But there is good reason for you to go paleo because cavemen had better sex than modern humans. Yeah, they did.
Who's alive today to back that up?
Confirm it. I know.
Fuck up.
I had the same thought, but guess what they did? They put a heap of people onto contemporary folk onto the paleo diet and surveyed them, and nearly 50% said once they were on this diet they were far more into the bow chicka bow bow. So I don't know if it's necessarily better sex or more sex. But they did it.
I feel like Joe Rogan kind of discredited this kind of thinking though, because it's not they've switched to this diet. It's they've stopped eating junk food and now their life is better and they have more energy.
And that could be a valid point too.
Is always
that's right.
The answer.
Correct. But nonetheless,
the
Brits decided to do this little survey, right? It's also known as the caveman or the Stone Age diet, and they all saw a massive surge in their libido. Now, keto definitely makes me have more energy and more mental clarity, but it doesn't make me want to hump everything that moves in that, the 5K radius of my house.
Now,
back in the day,
please the YouTube gods, though, and just say that we don't believe in a conspiracy theory that the current food that we eat is in any way driving down our sex drive, okay? We're not backing that conspiracy, even though whoever studied this is suggesting that to the people who pay YouTube, please don't ban us. We love
Scout wants to see, Tiny, but even if you mention it, we'll now get into trouble. Like I said to you last time, I've got a warning from criticizing all the friggin' theories out there. So it's the word.
Yeah, but I say I love it, and I do. That's why I got.
Yeah, but I did. Anywho, just so you know, for your little
you like that one, did you? Yeah,
berries, seeds, veg, fish, fruit, eggs, and meat, such as rabbit, quail, and deer. So just get out there now and kill yourself a deer. It'll feed you for weeks.
Easier.
So they did
a deer would feed you for like 6 months.
It would, man.
Deer would feed you for a year, mate. Yeah. You keep that thing in one of those lie down freezers. Holy.
Oh, yeah, you'd need one of those chest freezers. You need two probably for a deer. A 2,000 strong poll was conducted by the recipe box firm Green Chef. And yeah, there was a 48% increase in a person's active love life after changing diets. Richard Butterman switched to a paleo diet last year and has noticed an obvious increase in his sex drive. Age 44, Richard Butterman said, I decided to lose weight, but liked the idea of eating like a caveman. After less than a month, I noticed I was definitely more interested in my wife. That poor woman. Divorce that prick now.
No, it's
Divorce
clearly
him
the
now.
big food.
Yeah,
you know
well,
we got Big
anyway.
Pharma. What's the version of Big Food? What do we call them?
What's Big Pharma?
Big Pharma's like all the companies who push.
Oh, Big Pharmaceuticals. Sorry.
Yes, yes.
My brain, because I've been at work all day, my brain went straight to like, farmers as in tilling the land farm.
No, Big Pharma.
All right, so we'll call them big foodies, maybe. I don't know.
Well, what the theory is, which I'm sure Alex Jones just pushed this out maybe like 20 years ago or something. But the idea is, the conspiracy theory, I should say, is that our food is getting poisoned to reduce our sex drive, to make us more.
Well, it's one way to keep
I think it does.
Well, and keep the population down, because let's face it, there's far too many humans on the planet.
Keeps
so
the
anyway,
population down and keeps everyone docile as well. If you're less active, you're more docile. And so that's the plan to make it easier. Docile. Whatever. Well, and so the plan is that, the theory is that that's what they're doing.
Interpreter for those confused.
No, we need that. I'm not good at English.
So the cavemen, it turns out, rooted like crazed weasels. What are you bringing to the table, Finn?
I don't know if I can top that. I just got a funny Trump one. We can do a little Trump one.
Yeah.
This is the quick one. It only goes like a minute. A nice easy laugh to start it off,
All right. Yep.
So you know how he's good at calling things when they happen, right? He's a very good predictor. He's a very good predictor. So
great predictor.
Anyway, he's given a speech, right? As he does, as he loves doing. And I'll let it play out, but I'll give a brief summary. So it's quite hot. So he makes a little comment about what the news might say about the heat in the room and what they'll try and say about him. So check this out.
Buffering like a bitch, man. Oh, finally, here we go.
I want to say officially for the press, it's about 110 degrees in this room. Nice job with the air conditioning, whoever. But you know what the press will say? You know what they'll say? Trump didn't look well. He was extremely wet. It's 104 or 5 degrees in this room, but we're okay with it, right?
He loves it. Look at him.
The next day.
So what do you think happens, Tori?
They all say he was having a heart attack while he was speaking at that event. That's my bet.
That would have been a good one. Nah, but pretty close.
Feeling the heat.
I expected him to sing "My Way" and like get the scarf, swipe the sweat off his face, and throw it into the crowd.
Aren't they wacky?
Smith turns up the temperature in February.
These guys are so funny, Tori. We should try and be like these guys.
They should be the world's. They are the world's funniest comedians. Fuck off, Ricky Gervais. You've got nothing on this pair.
Especially this chick on the left. Oh my god.
I don't know. I was thinking he was,
he's up there, but she's number one for sure.
Oh yeah, she's a hoot.
Amid the back and forth over the protective order in that case, there's new reporting this morning on a secret memo. No,
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm sweating that much. Do you think he's
in a million different?
Let's not start a rumor that he's sick.
I predicted that they were going to say he's about to cark it. Mel Mack has rolled on in. G'day, Groover. That was my prediction, was it not? They were all going to say, "Oh, he's going to die. He's going to die." Not just, I sweat like a bitch when I'm in a hot room too.
He's
he's unhealthy.
But you know what the press will say? You know what they'll say? Trump didn't look well.
Well, I'll be damned.
I mean, Rubio didn't sweat that much.
Correct.
Marco Rubio didn't sweat that much.
Ron DeSantis doesn't sweat that.
Remember the Ron DeSantis thing when he had the sweat dripping down his face?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
his
yeah.
hair?
It was like he
Yeah.
had a
And he
hot
wasn't
flush
sweating that
going on.
much.
But the thing is, I really agree with Trump,
so
but
that
Trump
was-
called it, and there they all are. Like, and they didn't
He's
even
good
get
at
that he was making, like, cracked a joke. They went straight over their
Well,
fucking heads.
I think what they're
He's
counting on
fine.
is
It's
to people
them that are
not actually.
batshit.
I think what they're counting on is people not actually watching the Trump part, and it's just the
Right.
people who don't watch him are watching these guys, and then that's what they see. They don't see the full story. They're only seeing half of it.
And
which
because
is
they're
what these
not
guys are saying.
curious and do their research and have a look and find the footage, they all just
yeah.
believe it. And they're like, did you hear Trump was having a heart attack while he was giving a speech? He was sweating.
Meanwhile, Trump's
Yeah.
laughing
a
about
lot
it.
of sweat.
That was
Yeah.
a lot of
I'm
sweat.
tired of being right.
Fake.
Anyway, so there we go. That's
Actually, I'm happy to give
that's a little
Trump
light one to
credit.
start it off.
Yeah, and I'm happy to give Trump credit for that because he called it and they all did
Thank
it,
you.
except for that
Mm.
wacky guy at the start who was hoping Trump was going to do a Frank Sinatra My Way performance. Greatest joke I've heard all year.
Fucking spastic.
Oh, he's here all week. Try the schnitzel. All right, so that
What's
was
fucked is
Trump.
he is here all week, and he probably gets paid a shit ton more than us. That's what's fucking depressing.
That is really depressing.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. But yeah, that
You're
is
welcome.
very sad.
You're welcome, Tori.
All right. Do you remember this guy?
No. Who
He's
is
coming
it?
up. It's a fall
Oh.
from grace, man. But
Oh, that guy.
do
Tony
you
Robinson.
remember this guy? This is an
No.
Australian TV commercial from 1994. Here we go.
Do it.
Lemon Solo. Light on the fizz so you can slam it down fast. Solo Lemon, the thirst crusher.
What
you
the
remember the
fuck does that have
Solo?
to do with Solo?
What? Oh, wait. Jesus is a very shabbily dressed Robert Downey Jr.
What the fuck are
Right.
we watching, Tori? What the fuck is this? Oh my god.
Robert Downey Jr. That was he was in
digging
the
his red
exit. That's
hair.
so
Look at
weird.
that.
I'm really. How did that happen? I'm so confused. Look at the
I
tats
think you got
pointing to his
autoplay on.
groinal
What
region.
kind
I
of stuff are
do.
you watching in the spare time, Tori?
Well, I'm
Jesus.
going to have to resubscribe. I'm not actually subscribed to that channel anymore. But if that's the kind of shit she's playing, I might have to go back there for a while. I love a bit of RDJ. But do you remember the Solo guy?
He is the best. I miss his Coke days when he was just on an all-out binge. But no,
Well,
I've never seen that commercial in my life. I have
haven't
no
or
idea who that guy is.
any Solo commercials?
No.
Well, anyway, Mark Kudelis is the Solo man, and this is a fall from grace, and it is absolutely fucking batshit. And I really just wanted to do this because I know you're going to crack up at most of
Okay.
the photos in this article. So, Solo man. Oh, Francesca.
On a side note,
remembers
have you seen
him.
new Hard Solo? Hard Solo is 4.5% alcohol.
This is why I'm doing
Delicious.
it, because you were drinking it a couple last week, in fact.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So the guy's name, Solo man, his name is Mark Robert Kutelis, and he has been arrested for alleged drug activity in Cambodia, but he's also
Nice.
had time in prison in Cambodia before, and also Thailand. Now, this is a kid that
Ooh.
started out at a private school in Australia, you know, and he was in all of these ads because he was this fit and muscly 35-year-old, and they had him like canoeing off the cliff and whitewater rafting and do all kinds of manly shit before he'd crack a solo and knock it down.
that's what me
But
and my boys
anyway,
do on the weekend. We get our canoes out and go down the side of a hill.
Yeah. Well, the girls and I do that too. But
Well, you wouldn't because it's a manly thing to do. So you wouldn't.
no, we
be
just
doing
do
that.
it pretending to be men. But anywho, so yeah, he's been pinged again because they had a crackdown on drug trafficking and distribution, and they seized a
Nice.
few things. I'm going to have a look at the photo of all of the things they seized from him. But check out the Solo Man now.
Oh, Jesus. That's why I don't do crack, kids.
Yeah, right there.
It's
That is
too
bad shit, isn't it? Doesn't even look like that buff dude
Crack's
we
a hell
just
of a
had
drug.
on screen
I'll give him
before.
that, but you know,
He what?
you got to stop. Crack's a hell of a drug, so I don't blame him. But you got to know your limits, mate.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. And then so there he is with
Only
his
once
little
a day.
that's his little mugshot. And then there he is back in the day again. That's the ad we just watched with him sculling his Solo. But have a look at this is what they took off him.
Oh, look at his little glassy pipe. That's
He's
a
got his
glassy
little-
Pashadi for sure.
He got his little glassy pipe, he's got his little straws, his little baggies, different lighters, his little bongs.
They're not
Got
even
it all,
big
man.
poor cunt.
Hey?
They're not even big lighters. What a poor cunt.
Well, you can't get them in Asian countries. I took over when Jim and
Big?
I moved over to Vietnam. We took big, you can't get them. And we took the baby ones, and everyone in Vietnam went nuts over them. They all wanted the baby bigs. You can't buy them in Asia.
Wow.
But yeah, it's not often you get to see the evidence that was seized, but that's a pretty tragic little selection of things that they found in his house.
What's the
He's
stuff
now,
on the top left?
I reckon that's pot. Cannabis, it says. Cannabis and the white
Brown.
crystalline powder. Yeah, it's pretty dry. Pretty dry bud. But
That's
yeah, so
fucking dry
he's
bud. If
now
your bud
60.
looks like that, PSA warning, don't smoke it.
Look, again, it's Asia.
You gotta look
it's
out for the
probably been
kids.
hiding under the floor of a house for 20 years before anyone found it. But anyway, he's
We've got to look
60
out for the
now.
kids, Tori.
Man,
Keep kids safe. Don't do
it's
pot
taken me a
that's
long
brown.
time to do this story, Finn. Stop interrupting. Be here till midnight. For fuck's sake.
I'm trying to do a PSA for children, Tori. Have some
I think you've done several because I want you to see there's more to this. Check out he got arrested with his friend Tok Cheney, and we don't know if Cheney's been charged or not. But here the three of them are.
Yeah, go on.
Looking pretty fucking dodgy. Look at him, man. And then that was back in 2017. I'm not saying a word, Finn. I know where your brain is right now.
what
And
was he doing?
then this is Tok Cheney that he got arrested. But look at this photo of him. Like, is he wearing a fake belly? Like, why is his skin so different so suddenly? Isn't that
No,
odd?
It's definitely real.
Yeah, but
It's
isn't
very
that
odd.
what? Is it just the angle of the camera and the lighting or something? It's so
Oh,
weird.
it must be. It must be.
It looks like he's wearing a flesh-colored cummerbund with a belly button in it. Look at his bling, man. And then
That's a cool
here's
thing.
this is his social media is basically just him and a shitload of chicks everywhere.
Specifically
The-
Thai chicks, it looks like.
Yes, the former Sydney private schoolboy's social media page is littered with photos of him enjoying the company of young women. What a fall from
Hold on a
grace.
second.
The
Hold on a second.
solo
Go back to
man.
that
There he
photo
was.
description, please.
That was him once. This is him now.
Go back
What
to
did you
that
want, man?
description. The description under that photo.
About the
Please.
private school?
Yes. Now, for someone who is, let's have a look at how old he looks in the photo.
He studied science and anatomy at Sydney University, worked as an osteopath and chiropractor in Australia. It all went downhill when he moved to Cambodia. But yeah, so what did you want to
Humanimal,
know?
that is a great question. That is a great question, Humanimal.
What's
So
that?
under the caption, right? So it's got a photo of him, right? He's very old. How is his title private schoolboy?
No, it says
wouldn't that have
four
been a lifetime ago? Yes,
It's-
but
yeah,
why
but
is
it
that his
says-
title?
because they're pointing out his background. Like he had this career. Like he started out at a private school. He went to Sydney University. He worked as an osteopath and chiropractor. Like it's all about this huge fall from
So-
grace.
So why does it not say former chiropractor or former osteopath? Why does it say former schoolboy?
I think they're
Schoolboy.
trying to imply that he was set up to have this perfect life, and how quickly he fell, But his quotes on his social media include things like "Life is too important to take seriously." So anyway, yeah, I think he took it a tiny bit too far, and now
He should put a new one on there. I love crack.
I just wouldn't be fucking with drugs in any Asian country like his I love crack. But yeah, what a fall from grace. So there you have it. Solo Man. Not so sexy anymore, I guess.
Francesca, we don't say no to drugs here, okay? We just say limit the intake.
All
No
good
more than
things
crack
in
5 times a
moderation.
day.
But yeah,
5 times a
that's
day max.
quite a sad tale of woe. What have you got to throw at us, Finn?
Oh, another American one, Tori. You'll love
That beats the hell
You'll
out
love
of
this.
Nancy Reagan's fried egg commercial as a drug. We don't know that ad, but it sounds gold.
We do know that ad. You haven't seen that
You
ad?
know,
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh my god! Please load that up.
I will.
I'll find it if you can.
No, I'm getting it now.
She's over. They got someone famous to do it. I can't remember who it was, but they're like, this is your brain, and it's an egg, and it's like, this is your brain on drugs, and they crack the egg and fry it on the fry pan.
The Just Say
You
No
haven't seen this?
campaign.
Yeah,
No,
Just
I
Say
found
No.
it. Do you want me to put it up?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, it was
Crack it up.
1986. I was actually living
Yeah.
in America then, and I didn't see it. Or maybe I
It was
didn't.
big.
I just ignored. Maybe I didn't. I just ignored it.
You were probably on drugs at the time.
I was actually living in the US of A this year, like that. This ad came out. All right, hang on. Let me get it over to where's StreamYard gone? Jesus. All right, here we go.
Tori doesn't remember this one, guys, because she was in fact on drugs during this drug.
I wasn't actually. I was in high school in America. It was very straight. I mean, we did go out into a paddock and drink Bud Lights and tip cows, all that horrible American high school shit. But no, drugs, not a thing.
Look at Nancy. She looks like she's on drugs.
I was going to say, she looks like she just had a little cheeky bucket bong before they switched the camera on. All right, Nancy, take it away. 5 minutes?
No, we don't have to watch the whole thing.
Well, drugs don't concern me, but it does.
Just pause it for a sec.
It concerns us all.
Sure.
See if you can skip to the part where it shows the actual
I want it. I mean, I wrote fried egg in the search bar, but
this is just
hang on.
Nah, that's not it.
I found
what's that
another
third one down?
No, what about the
no,
1980?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
the brain frying pan?
Yeah.
This is drugs.
You look at the music. Listen to the music.
This is your brain on drugs. Any
Damn, that
questions?
was good.
It's yours?
No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have.
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not.
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right?
You did.
I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
No, so there's a whole. Well, look what I feel. Your mother said she found this in your closet, and he should have added. Plus, your mother found me in the closet. I'm part of the village people. Shit. All right, so Nancy obviously did one too, did she?
She started
It's
it.
your
That was all
brain,
her
right?
doing. All her doing, yeah.
Right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, she found it.
You learn something new every day.
Your
no to
mum found these
drugs.
in my closet. You've got to say that they're yours, son. Say they're yours. They're not mine.
I mean, look,
That's how
I
I
went to
would've
uni. I know what drugs are like. I can never say I felt like my brain was being fried when I was on them. I was just having too good a time to notice.
Didn't that egg look good, but that egg looked way better fried.
I prefer the egg where they fry the egg on the dashboard of the car.
Anyway.
Like don't leave animals and children in hot cars. That ad's better. That egg looks better, I mean. All right. So
I don't know if you've seen Mitch McConnell. You know who that fella is?
vaguely.
He's one of the He's one of the 81-year-old guys who's still somehow a politician, still getting around and still having influence.
Walking
Anyway.
corpse.
Yeah. And that is not a misleading title. You know how
And it mentions a brain lag. Do you reckon he was on drugs? This is your brain on drugs.
I would assume Big Pharma would be very heavily medicating him right now. But
Right,
you know how we
okay.
read some articles, and there's some misleading headlines in the articles that we read. This one is very accurate, as you're about to see. That's not a misleading title at all. That is 100%.
Yummy, whatever. Hello, Groover.
Bipartisan cooperation and a string of
He's out. He's out. He's out. He's gone. He's not there. He's not there anymore, Tori. He's gone home.
This is your brain on drugs.
He's still going. This goes for a while.
Oh,
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
very.
Do you want to say anything else to the press?
No, I don't even know I was talking to the press. Yeah. So this guy is still going, right? So the following week after this happens, he is out giving a speech to his own constituents in his own like town. And guess what happens?
The same thing.
Oh, even better. So here he is. Listen to the crowd. Listen to them. You can't even hear him talking. They're all chanting retire.
No. Pause. Pause that for a sec. I know you think they're saying retire, but they're saying refried eggs. Refried eggs.
I thought you were going to say the R word for a second then.
No, listen.
I was like, no, they're not saying that, Tori.
They are, or deep fried eggs. This is your brain on drugs.
But listen to them. Listen to
I
them.
am.
It's the
I
entire,
am.
You can't even hear him talking.
Refried eggs. Refried eggs. Refried eggs. Refried
And then
eggs.
they start booing him. They start booing
Deep
him. next.
fried eggs.
Boo. Listen to that. Wow. Wow.
Look at all those electrical cables just tucked up there too. That's a
Yes.
death trap.
So this is his own constituents, his own people that are now telling him to retire quite forcefully and booing him. So loud you can't even hear him talk. Like these are the guys in America right now leading the country. Isn't that fucking hilarious?
But I agree with, I've just highlighted Humanimal's comment because it's very similar to the Joe Biden stuff. And it's like, it's elder abuse. They just shouldn't be doing
It is.
this.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking bad.
It's
He's
awful.
81, Tori. He's 81.
Yeah, I know.
Why is he in front of people still? Get him out of there.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
fact that they just keep putting him out there and it's really heartbreaking.
He cannot take it. Look at him. He should not be there.
He
that's
shouldn't be
sad as
there.
Fuck.
Yeah, but where are the people that should be saying to him, come on? I agree with that with Biden too.
They're the ones in the
people need to
background.
say to him, you
They're the
seriously,
ones- these
it's
guys.
time.
Yeah.
It's
It
time
should be
because
these guys here.
I agree with you because in Australia, like to get rid of a politician, you've either got to not re-vote them in or they can be asked to retire because of health issues. And why isn't this happening in America? Like I get quite upset seeing this stuff.
That kind of would be scary though, because then that Camilla lady would be in charge, which I don't know.
Well, I mean, she's more dangerous because she might actually get something done, unlike Joe. But
I think she's more dangerous 'cause she's a psychopath.
But I just think it's really
Joe's just an asshole.
so humiliating. I mean, these guys have got families and grandchildren, great grandchildren probably, and friends and so on.
Great.
To see them being just wheeled out in public like this and it's awful. It's awful. Even the way he was being yelled at, like I don't know much about his background or career, but say he, dedicated a portion of his life to trying to make his community a better place or whatever, to have his constituents turn on him like that and scream out, retire. It shouldn't have even got
And
to
then
that
boo.
point. Someone, and boo. I mean, I don't think that's sad.
He should have stepped out.
I mean, it's
before
batshit because
that
it's so bad.
Yeah. It should have been, they should have done a polling first to see if he's still got weight. And obviously, I'm finding out that he doesn't. Probably get rid of him, But fuck. But good on him. I will give him this. Good on him for continuing during all of that. He didn't stop or miss a word. He just kept going, ignoring everyone, telling him to retire and then booing him.
I mean, you've raised some valid points to him, and we don't know. Like, I feel like there's no one that's got the balls to step up and do it instead. So they'd rather just keep wheeling these guys out and let the public, mock them, boo them, make fun of them. I really don't think there are that many people when they get to their 80s that are still in it for money and power. I really don't. I mean, Trump could be an exception to that rule. But this guy, what's in it for them? They've maybe got a few years left of life. Like, just let them retire. I feel it's more that there's no one else who's prepared to stand up and cop flack at the moment, because every country on the planet's got a really shitty economy and people are angry. And I think it's more about just keeping these people out in public and let them get abused rather than standing up and copping it. You know what I mean? Do you reckon that's what's going on? I do.
I think it's more, well, this is my opinion, but I reckon they're using it. The people in his party are kind of using him. So they're clogging up a spot that could otherwise go to either the opposition.
Well, that could be true too. Yeah, it could be a numbers thing.
They don't want to get up. Yeah, exactly.
Could be a numbers thing.
When they go to vote on the next thing, they know that he's always going to side with the party. It's kind of a guaranteed vote kind of deal.
Still reeks of elder abuse to me. I think it's very sad.
Yeah. It's so sad. It's so sad. But there he is.
Yeah. There he is. Poor Mitch.
Pretty batshit. He is still going and he's still got a spot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's batshit on many, many different levels. My next story is very tame compared to that. But I just think if you were the best at something in the world, like the absolute best at something, would you be happy if your job was holding people's bags at an amusement park when you are the number one in your field? Meet this guy. He is the strongest man in the world. And this week it was announced he's got a new job. And look at him. He basically stands next to a roller coaster in an amusement park and holds onto everyone's handbags. And the novelty is that he can have heaps of heavy handbags on his arms, and he just, I don't think he's going to get paid very well, do you?
I feel like it should go to a person with long arms, not really strong arms. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But so this guy
because you can't fit more bags on there just because he's strong.
It's
you need
Tom the Albatross Stoltman. And there was National Roller Coaster Day when he was photographed showing himself holding it. But he's the world's strongest man. He is 6'9", and his record for a lift is 286 kilos. The average, right?
Maybe he does have long arms if he's 6'9". Holy.
Yeah. Probably would have pretty long ones. Because isn't it that and that, like height and your arm? So he'd have 6'9" worth of arms, or like a cross.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
The tip of your pointer fingers, if you measure that, it's also the same as your height. Same as if you measure from your wrist to your elbow, that's the length of your feet.
Yeah,
I got all the truth. But anyway, he can have 47 bags on his arms because he can hold 286 kilos. And the average backpack or rucksack at this friggin' amusement park is 6 kilos. Like, what are you people doing? That's one thing I noticed when I went to America is everyone takes a lot of shit wherever they go. No one packs light.
6 kilos feels light.
It doesn't by the end of the day, especially when you've got shitloads of, expensive souvenirs and trinkets in there as well, and a bottle of water, and gets heavy, man.
Maybe
gets heavy.
Maybe that's what's weighing 6 kilos. A backpack that weighs 6 kilos feels pretty light. That feels like a normal backpack.
Well, if you're backpacking around the world for a year, 6 kilos is nothing. But as the day goes on at an amusement park, that bag be getting heavier. But anyway, I just think what a waste of talent or something. Like, I just think you finally become the world's strongest man, and this is the best job you can get. What the fuck?
Is he actually the world's strongest man?
He sure is.
Iceland fella?
No, it's this guy. It's this man. It's Tom the Albatross Stoltman. He's been having a blast. He's been having a. It says here, the world's strongest man.
Okay.
Jesus, you were doubting.
I don't know if he is. I thought it was the guy from Game of Thrones, the mountain.
Google.
Yeah, I am.
Well, according to this article, which came out 2 days ago on Bang Showbiz, Tom the Albatross Stoltman is the world's strongest man. I can't believe you're more curious about that than, okay, even if he wasn't, would that be a job you'd do if you were one of the world's strongest men? No.
Yeah, so it's not. It's a guy named Mitchell Hooper. He's Canadian.
Well, the article's full of shit. Maybe he's only just won something. I don't know. Why is that the thing? Why is that your takeaway? Yeah, Mitchell Hooper does come up as the world's strongest man for sure on Wikipedia.
Oh no, the Tom dude. The Tom dude was last year's winner, Tom Stoltman.
Yeah, he was too. 2022 world's strongest man on Wikipedia. Yep.
I apologize.
Yeah, Mitchell Hooper was 1977, 46 years ago.
Wow.
Tom the Albatross is definitely the world's strongest man. At least last year he was. So, yeah.
He looks much different in this photo I'm looking at than he does in that photo of him holding the bags up.
Yeah, well, he's had a fall from grace. He's had a fall from grace like the solo man.
He's covered the crack. he's found the crack now.
Yes.
Wow.
He has. Yeah, long arms, yes. You probably do want to keep the world's strongest man right where you can see him. Well, you do, but couldn't he be like lifting cars off people and, just like helping? Not just holding the 47 handbags of annoying Karens at a fucking amusement park.
That's too funny. What a fool. I wonder how much he got paid for the world's tallest man. Surely it was a lot.
The world's strongest?
Strongest, not tallest, yeah. You know what I mean, Tori. Wait, let's watch it.
Well, I would imagine he probably got paid more than he gets paid holding handbags. Here he is. Here's the big fella.
No, this is the competition.
Is an 18-inch deadlift.
Holy.
And in round number 4, Brian Shaw couldn't lift 1,100.
Oh, you pissed weight, Brian Shaw. Lift it, man. Lift it.
JF Caron was the next man out. A world-class powerlifter.
Oh, here he comes. This one.
The ground. Just one man left to go then. Enjoying the action.
No, that's Adam Bishop.
Here we go. There he is.
And
look at him. Holy.
The Australian dude.
I wonder how he's going to do this.
Holy fuck.
This man is just a bag of tricks.
Are those socks or
only
tats?
300 pounds. He just surprises at every turn. I think this weight is just a little beyond what he can do. Oh no!
That's the ground.
I don't believe it.
Well, we have a new world record, Colin.
That is just extraordinary. He points at himself like he always knew he was going to do it. We sure didn't know he was going to do it. That's tremendous.
1,185 pounds.
What's that in kilos?
That's fucking mental. Holy shit.
Hang on, who's
Oh,
it?
good on him.
What was it? 1,180.
85, I think. Yeah.
85 in kilos. That's 537 and a half kilos.
18 inches. 18 inches off the ground he did. Holy.
I thought you were talking about his
that's
penis.
impressive.
I'm like, what are you doing?
That
I'm
is
talking about weight
fucking
and yours
impressive.
like 18 inches. I thought someone in chat had said, Finn, how big is your penis? 18 inches.
It is. It is 18. All the girls say that.
They do. They do.
Fucking
They
hell.
told me that. They're like, why are you co-hosting with that guy? He's like ginormous.
Mm.
Anyway, that was
insane. Good on him.
Quite a story. Yeah.
I'm impressed by that. I'm impressed.
The world's strongest handbag holder. So what have you got?
People see me on the show. They know I don't get easily impressed. But that was impressive.
Top that, man. What's your next story?
Oh, you'll love this one. You'll love this one. You know how we got the trans stories all the time?
Yeah, your
we got
favorite.
a new trans story of the week. Tori, you're gonna love this one. You're gonna love this one. In fact, I'm gonna get you to read the article. I'm gonna get you to read the headline.
No, it's okay.
Yes,
I'm reading the next one.
Go
It's
ahead,
fine.
Tori. You are going to get mad.
Medical school professor, feminist, says trans kids identifying as minotaurs are part of a gender revolution. Great.
So minotaurs are now going to get added to the list.
Minotaurs. I still like the person who identified as a lampshade personally, but yep, far away. So is there any footing? What are they doing? How do they identify? How do we know?
There's no. Well, this is the lady.
Okay, yeah.
Diane Earnshaft, a self-identified feminist who supports gender revolution. So this lady here believes that minotaurs is going to be a new class that people are going to start identifying as. So I love this part. Medical school professor. Medical school professor. That's the title.
Yeah.
Isn't that fantastic, Tori? Who supports blah, 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 blah. Diane Earnshaft, a self-identified feminist who supports a gender revolution, is the director of mental health and chief psychologist.
Right. And she reckons it's okay for kids to identify as something off a computer game. Is that not what a minotaur is?
No, minotaur is an ancient Greek. That's it. There we go. There's a minotaur.
I don't think that's the minotaurs these kids are. I think they're identifying as the computer game minotaurs.
Considering I don't know what game that is that you're talking about, I don't think so.
I do.
But a minotaur is from ancient Greek. Ancient Greek.
Yeah, well, it's added in Greek mythology, but Dungeons and Dragons have them. There's heaps of them in gaming. I mean, there's heaps of games that have them.
Yes, but there's no game called Minotaur.
No, but there's heaps of minotaurs in lots of different computer games. I bet half of them don't even know they came from Greek mythology is my point. I don't think they're identifying as that picture further down. I think they're identifying as the big hairy thing with the big horns, like the minotaurs in the in the Dungeons and Dragons games.
I don't think anyone's arguing that.
No, but so what did you say? It's revolutionary, is it?
No. She wants them to be added to the whatever the phrase is, LGB, whatever. I don't keep track of it. Whatever that thing is.
There's too many letters to remember.
Add it to it.
Yep. An M.
Yeah. So
this is.
So
I don't actually think
where did I get up
let's
to?
just call them LGBTQIA+, whatever. I think they're actually getting a bit fed up with all the extra initials. Like, if M gets added for minotaurs, there'll be an L for lampshade. Lesbians will suddenly be like, what happened to our L? It's now lampshade. It's got to stop, man. It's got to stop.
Have you ever had any gay friends, Tori?
Most of my friends are gay.
And have you had any what are they called? The non-binaries. Have you ever had any of those as friends?
No.
Okay. Well,
I don't have a non-binary friend.
There's probably a reason for that. There's probably a reason
they
for
haven't
that, Tori.
told me that. Yeah.
The gay people are very how do you say, out there and open. As I'm sure you know. Non-binaries are very much the opposite. So to put those two groups into the same group is absolutely fucking ridiculous and makes no fucking sense in the slightest at all. To put gays with like the majority of those other ones, it makes no sense. Like at all. It's fucking dumb. But anyway.
Yeah, but it's where does it stop is my point, you know, like.
Well, that's the point of this article. That's the point of me bringing it up is look how fucking dumb it's getting now. That Minotaur's
I love that Cement Shoes
fucking lady
identify as a billionaire. I'm waiting for my bank balance to catch up to me. You've got a non-binary cousin. But there was that person.
Would you say they get along well with gays? No.
Wasn't there someone on TikTok who was identified as non-binary, but then they said something straight after it, which essentially erased the non-binary bit, and then they added something at the end that sort of erased the second bit, and then their whole argument was, I can identify however I want, but whoever it was who was like commenting on it was like, but you've essentially just erased everything except the last thing you identify as, because the others have cancelled each other out.
Exactly. Yes, they're not.
Learn your labels, losers. That's a good
can't get over this. I still can't get over this part. Is the director of mental health and chief psychologist at the UCSF Benior Children's Hospital Gender Development Center. Jesus fuck. She is also professor at UCSF School of Medicine.
Obviously, without getting too serious, but there are people on the planet that do have major mental health issues because of being born in the wrong body and stuff like that. And I think that they should be able to access as much help as they need to. But it's all these other sort of little twits like the candle lady who has a different neo pronoun every hour. They know. Just if you want to live in that little world of your own, go for it. But this woman could actually be putting her academic talents to better use.
Well, this makes me question if she has any, if this lady here, who's this, mental health chief psychologist, if you're the director, right? How do you get to this position and think that being a Minotaur is a valid fucking sexual identity, you absolute moron? Wake up to yourself.
Yeah, and how do you feel about the kids who identify as a gay? I don't know.
Fuck me. How dumb can you get? Wake up, lady.
It's frustrating to me because there is a definite need for conversations, for legitimate stories, and I feel like a lot of these kids are just like, and when I say kids, I'm talking about the college students that we see like arguing and abusing the professors and all of that sort of stuff. It's like they've capitalized on what was actually a really important social issue, and it's just diluted it and taken away from the people that really did need to access resources and help. I mean, the suicide rates were horrific. So there's definitely a conversation that needs to be had, and people need to start understanding a lot more. But what I feel has happened is that woke movement has kind of swooped in. Like, look at Dylan Mulvaney. Just swooped in and made an absolute mockery of it. And they've actually taken away the importance of people being able to access services when they legitimately need to access them. And it frustrates the fuck out of me. Like it's... Yeah. The woke movement is...
You can't mention the self-deletion part of that anymore because now they've found out that the self-deletion percentage doesn't drop before or after. So they're not allowed to use that as an argument anymore. And if you
I don't want it to get too heavy. The point I'm trying to make is I think just like other groups of people that latch onto something and they actually diminish, like the use of particular words that the woke movement uses, it actually diminishes actual victims' experiences and things like that. That's where I'm frustrated by it.
And when you get fakers like Mulvaney, who's just fucking doing it for the
Yeah.
cash, it's
Yeah.
pretty fucking insulting. I would imagine it's
Yeah.
pretty insulting to be them, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Just like it would be
Yeah.
pretty insulting if you're a gay person getting put in the same category or group as a non-binary.
Correct, which is why I was saying, they
Like
must
a
be getting
dumb.
to the point now where they're like, well, we have to put another letter in. And yeah, I mean, I'm just going to play this for the hell of it because for some reason this chick just cracks me up. Just thought we'll end
Is
that
this one of
story
your
on a
stories
weird
or just a
laugh.
rando?
No, this is just to end that story that you've just done on a bit of a laugh because it just kind of sums up, I think, how people are starting to feel about a lot of this shit.
How many genders are there?
2.
And they are?
Male, female.
But what about someone's right to tell you what their gender is?
No problem at all. So it's you're going to tell me what your gender is, but in the world is less fucked world, I don't have to believe it. But I'm thrilled for you. You're a lampshade. I'm so happy. Let me put a light bulb up your arm.
And that is how Batshit got cancelled.
No, but seriously.
She is very retarded though as well. She's like, I hate it when she was doing this interview a few years ago. She's like, I hate it when when parents name their kids after towns across the world. And she's like, isn't your daughter named Chicago? And she's like, oh yeah, but that's different. You're like, you're a spastic lady.
It's still fun to
Paris
go.
or something like that. It was something stupid. But yeah,
Stick
she's pretty good.
Stick a lampshade up your ass. I like bulb, I mean. So you identify as a lampshade. Good on you. All right, I'm going to end with a trigger warning. Anyone with arachnophobia, you might want to leave the chat for
That's
a
people
second.
scared of horses, yeah?
Huh?
That's people scared of horses, isn't it? Arachnophobia?
No. So yeah, if you've got any kind of look at him animals going, yeah. If you've got any arachnophobia, well, I gave you a warning. If you didn't fuck off, sucked in. It's not letting me add it to the stream, dude. There we go. Wouldn't want to be in Austria right now, Finn. Wandering Brazilian spiders that cause painful. Hang on, I'm going to get to the story. Wandering Brazilian spider causing painful erections forces evacuation in Austria. So this little shop, 45 miles west of Vienna, had to be closed because of fears of a Brazilian wandering spider. And there be a representational image of a spider.
I don't think that's the one they're talking about, though.
No, that's what it says. It says a representational image of a spider can be seen. But yeah, so they rushed to evacuate a superstore because people were saying they'd spotted a poisonous Brazilian spider, and the venom of this spider can cause human males to have hours-long painful erections that need medical assistance.
Nice. Good on them. It's good that the spiders are helping us out, you know?
Everyone says Australian spiders are scary. I'm sorry. And what the fuck? How did this Brazilian spider end up in friggin' Vienna too? Like, they're 4 inches.
They can
they're
fly.
4 inches long and they're black and red. And they
What are
New
the
York,
spiders or?
the store manager called the fire department. I'd be calling something with a 30-foot flamethrower to get rid of it.
Well, maybe they needed the jaws of life to.
Maybe they needed the fire department to put out the 30-foot flamethrower. So apparently, it might have arrived in Europe by hiding in a bunch of bananas. Like this creepy spider's getting worse by the second.
Spiders aren't cocaine, all right? They don't just hide in bananas randomly.
Bunches of bananas. The spider's just crossing the ocean or up in the air, like, I'm heading off to Austria. I'm gonna fuck these people up. And I don't even know. Like, it sounds like it might have just been one too. That's the other thing. Like, it wasn't a gang of them. But anyway,
So
in the Guinness book, well, no, it's still one that look. Its bites can be fatal. It can cause hypothermia, blurred vision, convulsions, and in some cases, erections. The way this article is written, I haven't even read it before. It just goes through some of the horror that can kill you then, and in some cases, it causes erections. But in the Guinness World Book of Records, it's considered the most venomous animal on the planet.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah, so it it can cause erections. But go for hours, and the only way you can get it to go down is you've got to go to a hospital. And they probably hit it with a cold spoon. So yeah, all of you who think Aussie spiders are creepy, tell me that's not fucking scary as fuck. That spider is batshit.
It's up there. Wow.
I can't even read the chat or anything. You get hit in a bunch of bananas. Hit in a bunch of bananas. Anyway, that's a Brazilian wandering spider. Absolutely batshit. They're fucking terrifying. Actually, I'm going to put up a photo of an actual one.
Yeah, I don't know why the article didn't have one. I'd get one of those guns with the red dot things. It's called a red dot sight to make sure I didn't miss it and blast those spiders. Yeah, you can do that. You'd probably miss them.
I wouldn't even care if my aim was, oh, Jesus, they are terrible.
Yeah,
Wait on that says an armed spider.
Well, we don't need to be giving them guns. That's a bit ridiculous.
Wait, I'll show you this page. Like how we wouldn't fuck with this spider if you saw it anywhere, even if it wasn't hiding in a bunch of bananas. Like if you just encountered this spider out in the wild, as if you'd be like, come home with me, Fluffy. Be my new house pet. Have a look at it.
Is there a spider that you would say that to?
No. Well, yeah. Yeah. I had a spider that lived in
Danny Longlegs, maybe.
There's this little black house spider that lived in a window frame in a house I lived in years ago, and I called her Charlotte after the book Charlotte's Web. And she'd come out in the morning when I was brushing my teeth and blow drying my hair and stuff. And I'd put the blow dry like not on her, but on the wall near her, and she'd run away and hide in behind the little window frame. And then when I stopped drying my hair, she'd come back out on the. We had this game, and we played it for like over a year. And then I came back here to see my mum and dad, and the girl that was house sitting for me left a note. And when I got back to Adelaide, she said, oh, and by the way, I killed the spider in the bathroom. And I was like, no, that was Charlotte, my pet. So, yeah, I would make friends with a spider.
There you go. This one looks pretty hectic, but
It's
an armed spider.
That's what I said, but that's what came up when I Googled bloody... Look at the thing, Brazilian wandering spider. That's what came up.
What happens when you click on images? Oh, and you've got safe search turned on as well.
Huh? I didn't even know what that is.
No, don't disable it now.
Oh, blur explicit. I've never even noticed that. This is my new laptop. Is it? Here we go. No, fuck me dead.
Wow.
It's rearing up on its ass. Look at it. Hang on.
It looks almost like a baboon.
It's doing a headstand, isn't it? Oh, no. It's like, yeah. Put your arms in the air like you just don't care. Wave your arms in the air like you just don't care. I'm sorry, but no, I'd be fucking torching the crap out of that little motherfucker. It's in an aggressive pose. No kidding. Fuck that noise. And, yeah, it could give you a very painful boner, Finn. So there you have it.
All right. The final one, Tori. Do you remember our lady from last week, the NPC trend that I showed you? We have a follow-up. We have a follow-up from that story, Tori. You remember Pinky Doll?
I do remember Pinky Doll. Yep.
Ice cream.
So I was trying to remember. I hadn't written down one of the stories. I was just trying to remember what it was to add it to my list. Sorry.
But you do remember.
I do remember Pinky. I'm bringing her up now.
Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good. Gang gang.
Yeah.
So anyway, turns out she has an OnlyFans story.
Of course she does. Who doesn't? These days.
Turns out this lady didn't know there was a thing called Google. Now, turns out on this Google thing, all right, this Google thing, don't know what that is, but you can you can type in her name and then nude or naked or any such phrase, and it will display all of those photos on OnlyFans and other things. So she's just found out about this. And it turns out she didn't know that once you upload an image to the internet, it's there for everyone to see. So she's having a little bit of a meltdown. Let's listen.
Awesome.
I went to Google. I put.
Also, she can't say
Goggle
correctly.
Goggle. I went to Goggle.
Really fucking irritates me. Learn to say Google right, you fucking moron.
So I went to Google. I put Pinky Doll naked, and I click on pictures. And what I see, there's a lot of page. You keep swiping and swiping. It don't stop. And I see all this website. How dare you? You're going to let other people put my face, my body out here doing stuff like that? How dare you? Without asking an ID. Where's the ID terms? Tell me that. What's up?
Where's the ID, Tori? Where's the ID?
Today, I'm going to sue all of you. All of you are going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. Y'all want to play with me? You allow the people post Pinky Doll? Really? Because you know you're about to get paid.
For a sec?
Well, guess what?
I don't want to get struck by this bitch. No, I don't want to get struck.
So I went to...
Dude, just stop it for a sec. She'll fucking sue us too, man.
Good. Bring it on, bitch.
That's on the TikToks, is it?
It's on X.
What's her name? Pinky what?
Pinky Doll.
Pinky Doll Lincoln. Is that it?
Oh my god. I don't know what her last name is. I just know it's Pinky Doll.
Yeah, there she is.
Are you Tori's Googling it, everyone? Goggling it. Are you goggling it, Tori?
I'm goggling it. There's not that many photos of her. She's full of herself.
There's pages and pages, Tori. Pages
nah,
and
there's
pages.
already. I'm on the second row.
Where's the ID? Where's the ID, Tori?
There are photos of her, including her saying, I went to Google, expose her crazy. But there's heaps of other things on there too, including a doll in a plastic bag.
Nice.
So, yeah, she's an idiot. She pops up.
The first photo is literally her getting fucked.
No, I haven't.
Comes up
is this
so
because
you've got
of
safe search on Tori? Yes.
Right.
So.
Okay.
But no, the first one that comes up is literally her looking at the camera as she's getting penetrated.
Not on mine, and I've turned that thing off.
I think you might be using it wrong. I typed Pinky Doll naked. That's what comes up.
Oh, naked.
There's another one of her sucking. There's another one of her sucking.
Jesus, look at us.
There's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of her doing that.
Can you realize we're actually live right now? We're not just hanging out backstage.
This is fucking hilarious. I'm not the one that's
okay. There are pages and pages and pages and pages.
And there's no ID, Tori. There's no ID.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
What a fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot.
What an idiot.
Like, are women actually that dumb that you don't realize once you put something on the internet?
Don't make it a woman thing. There are men out there that are just as stupid.
I don't think OnlyFans is predominantly men.
I didn't say that, but you just said are all women this dumb, and I was like, no, they're not. Don't blame it all on all women. I'd like to put her in the minority.
Are all OnlyFans people this stupid?
Yes.
They think that. There you go. Did I word that better for you, Tori?
Yes.
Wow. Anyway, she's got a rude shock to the system. She thought she was getting paid for all those. She thought she was getting paid for all those videos of her getting fucking slammed.
But even I can't remember how we showed it, but last year there were some YouTubers that had like a full-on hardcore OnlyFans, and you could go onto it and you'd be able to see everything without actually paying. To expand it to fill up your screen, you had to pay for it, but you could see enough. Like the thumbnails were still like that big. If you had the link to where it was, you could see it all. It wasn't like behind a paywall. It's just you had to pay if you wanted exclusive content, but a lot of the content is accessible even without being a paid member.
Yeah, there's lots of websites out there, especially Google, where you can just type in their name and it just bypasses the filter where you have to sign up for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's
And
how
she's
the
found
internet
out the
works.
hard way that Goggle has.
Goggles fucked her up.
How she pronounces boobs, Bob's probably. So there we have it. That was our last story.
I hope she tries to sue Google because I would love to see Google's lawyers fuck her up.
Oh yeah, so many. When you see idiots like that going, I'm going to sue everyone. I'm like, please do, and I
You're a
really
fucking
hope
idiot.
that the other side takes it to court because it would just be. I mean, watching true crime stuff, like it'd be just great to have some cases of some absolute nutters. But these days, most courts filter out all of the sort of vexatious claims and stuff. But back in the day, long ago, they'd have to hear everything.
That's a big word, Tori. I don't know what that means. Vexatious.
Frivolous.
You're using a lot of big words right now.
Foolhardy. Foolish.
Oh.
You look so stoned when you do that. You're like, all right, but he's not. He's at work. All right.
What
so
did you
they're
mean
the
to say? I
stories.
wonder how Pinky Doll pronounces boobs.
Bob's. Bob's and Vagine, the famous
Damn, got no ID. Where's the ID?
Scammers. All right,
I think
quick
she's
recap.
French as well, by the way. I think that's what that accent is.
First story: cavemen rooted like crazed weasels. Eat paleo, you can too. Nice. Trump sweating actually cracked a joke at his own expense, and American media straight over the top of their heads. Then we had Solo Man, the fall from grace, started out as a high school, a private school boy, and now he's hanging out with dubious types in Cambodia. We had Mitch McConnell, another walking corpse of American politics, and a bit of a serious discussion about elder abuse. Then we had the world's strongest bag holder. Yep, the strongest man in the world is holding handbags for Karens at an amusement park. Then we had the lady that said if you identify as a Minotaur, you are progressive and revolutionary, and Minotaur should be added to the rainbow letters. Then we had the Brazilian wandering spider, creepy looking bastard. I thought Sonny had just got up, and we ended with Pinky Goggle. Nice. How did my OnlyFans vagine snaps and action shots make it onto the goggles? I'm suing. Vote now, Grooveroonies.
Pinky Doll, not a fan of Goggle. Not a fan.
Pinky Goggle, I'm going to call her from now on. Pinky Goggle. Ben, who are you voting for?
Oh, I've got to be Pinks. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, she is a friggin' idiot. But is it batshit or just stupidity?
To be honest, the most batshit story was Mitch McConnell still being in office. That's fucking batshit. That pisses me off.
I'm sorry, but I'm going with the spider. The spider that can give dudes hour-long painful erections.
That's just funny.
The bag holder for Francesca.
Nice.
No, that spider's batshit, dude.
So I'm just trying
you really want to have a boner for hours, and the only way it will go down is you've got to rock up at a hospital and go, help me out?
We don't know that's the only way it goes down.
It says you have to go to hospital. Trump. Yeah, Trump was my close second, Cement
That was
Shoes.
funny. That was funny,
but it was more funny.
Yeah.
But it was sort of batshit to see Trump actually lightening up and actually doing a good job at taking the piss out of himself, because he's not known for that, is he?
Yeah. He doesn't.
No, he's not.
I don't know. He does it every now and again. He does it. But
No, usually there's a bit of ego and arrogance thrown in, and people just like, that's not actually that funny. Humanimal, also the bag holder, getting another vote, and that might be it for votes, because most of our crowd have already left. You motherfuckers!
Wow.
There's 4 watching, and we've got 4 votes. So the strongest man in the world holding the handbags has won this week's episode. The Golden Batsh medal is all yours.
Should we watch him do that deadlift again? That was pretty impressive.
Albatross, dude. Can you bring it back up?
If I still got it, let me check. Yeah, I got it.
Let's bring him up.
79 pounds. may well be under threat. Weight is just a little
No.
beyond. This man.
Let's watch him walk up to it. We need the walk up.
To go then. Enjoying the action with Alexei Novikov.
And as one of the lightest men in the competition.
One of the lightest men.
He's going to do this.
This man is just a bag
This
of
isn't the guy who won it, Finn. This isn't the Albatross.
surprises at every turn.
No.
I think this weight is just
No,
a
it
little
is.
beyond what he can do. Oh no!
Holy fuck.
I don't believe it.
Well, we have a new world record, Colin.
That is just
It
extraordinary.
says world record Alexei Novikov.
Yeah.
That's not the Albatross. That's not Tom Stoltman.
Yeah, it says
Bring-
he beat him. Alexei Novikov beat.
Oh, so he's
Tom-
now. So Tom's now number 2. Okay, but anyway, there's Tommy.
Yeah.
There's our man. Yeah.
This is day 5 of.
We're not watching that. That's too much.
Why are they so loud? Yeah, where's Joman? I haven't seen Joman forever.
Yeah. How dare you, Joman? Where you at?
You reckon he would have voted for
What a
Pinky
shame.
not being able to pronounce Google? Quite possibly,
He
too.
No, Joman wouldn't have known what to vote for. He would have picked like 20.
No, bless him. He would have said, I came in late and I only saw 3 stories. But yeah, I hope he's all right. Give him our love, Emmanuel. We haven't seen Joman for a while. But there you have it. The Golden Batsh medal has been bestowed.
Good on you,
He's
Tom.
giving himself a break. Well, bless. Well, if he does come back and you see him before we do, g'day, Groover, from Finn and I.
Welcome back.
And, mate, well done on not crunching chips in my ear for a whole hour and 16 minutes. You're awesome.
My egg was salt on it, but you said salt. The salt on it.
Yep. Yeah,
So
great
good.
protein. Great protein. When are
And
we
sodium.
on next week, Finn?
No.
Huh?
No, morning.
Thursday morning?
No.
Okay, eggs aren't that great.
Yeah.
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning.
All right,
I wasn't
Thursday
actually
morning.
saying anything. I was just pretending to say something.
Well, I guess right. So Thursday morning it is next week for Batshit. Until then, fucking stay groovy, groovers, and thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll see you all again next week.
It's been all right.
It's been okay.
Nice. Good work, Tori. Good work. I think she actually quit, guys. Wow. I can't end the live stream either. I don't have control of it. Nice. Good work, Tori. You smashed it. Leaving again. I have internet problems, so it cut out. Wow. Poor excuse, Tori. Anyway, catch all you groovers later. I hope Tori ends this. Otherwise, it'll just be playing non-stop. See you all later. Bye.
Here. I'm here. Hello. It's gone. I'm here. Are you guys still here too, or have you all left? It booted me right before Fiona went and I went live. I got booted from StreamYard. It's been playing up all fucking night. Well, StreamYard has, and then nothing has changed, and it just goes, we're sick of you now. Finn's already bailed. He's not even backstage. I'm going to tell him I'm still live. Oh my God. So, what about that, Finn? What do you reckon, guys? If you're still here, we could just stay live for the next half an hour for the hell of it. I do actually have a really good update on the Finn's laughing on the mushroom story. How soon is too soon? Could the Lee and Gatham mushroom deaths become TV drama? Yeah. I mean, it's not actually guaranteed, but you can bet your left tit someone's writing a story right now. The Age had an article today about how quickly this is going to become a TV show, and it talks about true crime, and then it says that there was something really interesting in the article. It says that Channel 9 was heavily criticised for rushing its biopic Warnie into a production less than a year after Shane Warne's death. But in the same year, Stan caught blowback for doing Bali 2002, which was 20 years after the terrorist attacks. And it was also 25 years after Port Arthur that a show came out and people said it was too soon. But it just talks about how likely it will be a success because of the true crime obsession. So that's kind of interesting. But I will end the live. I need to go to the loo. But thanks again, Groovers, for hanging out. And I will see you guys soon. I'm going to be doing the Brittany Higgins, Bruce Lemon story over the weekend. I haven't worked out what time yet, but come and hang out if you want to hear a really full-on story. And look, there's lots of stuff coming up. You'll just have to keep an eye on, I was going to say notifications and things. Just check out stuff on the YouTubes. And I'll see you. In fact, Francesca and I have already started having a bit of a chat about it too, and a few other people. But yeah. It's going to be a doozy. We're watching a show and discussing stuff. So I am going to go because I really do need to go to the loo. And I've had a week of works and things, so I'm ready for some sunny bunny time. I'm not sure yet, Cement Shoes, soon, I hope. But we know when the next batch it is. It's next Thursday morning. And until then, stay groovy, everyone. And I'm just going to end with this because I love the tune. See you all soon.